I sold the tools my brother-in-law borrowed in 2022. My wife's brother Dale borrowed my tools in the spring of 2022. It started with a circular saw for a fence he was building, then a drill, then my whole rolling toolbox, the one my dad left me when he passed. Dale said he'd have it all back by summer. That was the deal. I helped him load everything into his truck myself. Summer came and went. So did the next one. Every time I asked, Dale had a reason. I'm mid-project, man. It's at the job site. You'll get it back. Relax. My wife Karen always smoothed it over. That's just Dale. He forgets. Don't make it weird. So I stopped asking out loud and started keeping a list. $1,600 in tools, give or take, including my dad's socket set that you can't even buy new anymore. I told myself I'd give him until the end of the year. The end of the year came. I drove to his place to get my stuff. Dale met me in the driveway and wouldn't let me pass the garage. Now's not a good time. I could see my rolling toolbox behind him. My dad's name still on the masking tape I'd stuck to the lid years ago. Dale, I just want what's mine. He crossed his arms. It's not that simple. I've been using this stuff for work. You take it now, you're taking food off my kids' plates. That's on you. I drove home shaking. Karen said I was overreacting. He'll bring it by. Family doesn't nickel and dime family. 2 more months. Nothing. Then in March, I found out from Karen's cousin at a barbecue over a paper plate of ribs that Dale had sold my circular saw and my drill on Facebook Marketplace back in the fall. He said you gave them to him, the cousin told me, laughing. Said you were upgrading anyway. I set my plate down and walked to my truck. Karen followed me out. Where are you going? To get the rest before he sells that too. Dale's garage was unlocked. He wasn't home. My rolling toolbox was right where I'd seen it, half the drawers empty now, but my dad's socket set was still in the bottom, untouched, probably because nobody buys old sockets. I loaded everything I could find that was mine and I left. Then I did the math. He'd sold about $600 of my tools and pocketed it. So I took the socket set, the one thing he'd never bothered to sell, and I listed it that night. Not the whole set, just enough pieces to cover what he'd stolen from me. I sold them to a retired mechanic across town for exactly $620. I kept the ratchet. That part was my dad's hand-me-down and I'd never let it go. But the rest, the pieces Dale had been sitting on for 3 years like they were his. Those I turned into cash and I felt nothing but relief. Dale found out a week later. He showed up at my door red in the face. You sold Dad's sockets? Those were practically mine. I've had them for years. You had them because you never gave them back. And you sold half my saw money already. So we're even now. Karen stepped between us. You two need to work this out. Dale pointed at me. He's tearing this family apart over some tools. I looked at him. You borrowed $1,600 of my stuff and sold it behind my back and called it a gift. I sold 600 of it back and suddenly I'm the problem. They were sentimental, Dale said. That was your father's set. You didn't think it was sentimental when you were about to list it too. His mouth opened and closed. Karen turned on me instead of him. You could have just talked to him. You didn't have to sell your dad's things to make a point. I didn't make a point. I got paid back. There's a difference. I pulled the ratchet out of my jacket pocket and held it up. This is the only piece of Dad I kept, and I kept it because I'm the only one in this family who actually respects where it came from. Dale said he'd never forgive me. I told him he could add it to the list of things he owes me. He's been telling everyone at the barbecues that I robbed him. I just show them the marketplace screenshots.